Collage and recontextualization of sounds, visual ideas, so it's this multimedia idea, and then I don't know, Ryan especially is really into ethnomusicology, and to kind of take this like where technology takes our world and expands it into this like global village, that we can also take from that like these global sounds and mishmash them together and use technology in order to really like mash all these kind of like disparate cultures together. So that's kind of where we were coming from. We're also very informed by free jazz and punk. So it's like, you know, Crass and Albert Ayler. I'll sample like, you know, Sonny Chirac and stuff like that, and some old free jazz or Family Fodder, but then we'll also sample like Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, like all this stuff, just break it together, you know, to see like what will happen when we put these very strange things together. Denver for me is very diverse. I think that Denver is extremely comfortable, and that's its biggest asset and its worst enemy. And I feel like being a musician here is very interesting because it's really a beautiful place in that it's so open. You can do anything. You can be some idiot kid who just moved here from the mountains and throw house shows and put out handmade CDRs, and people will pay attention. People won't do that in New York City, in Portland, you know, in San Francisco. People won't pay attention to these things that people are doing, but here people will. And they're really open to that, and it's really an amazing thing. It's one of the most nurturing places that could ever be. Unfortunately, also on that, is that because it's so open, it never ends. Like there's never time for critique. And so I feel like a lot of times nobody's pushed. And there's a level that has to be like beyond the nurturing, beyond the coddling, that has to push people. And I think that's actually why Denver, I think artistically, is stuck in 1998 and has been for some time now, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I think that's just kind of what happens here. You know, there is a lot of really amazing stuff going on here, but you know, it's so isolated here. It's very easy to think that this is the whole world when you're out here. You know, if you want to go play out of town, you got to drive 8 hours. So that's intense. You know, living in Baltimore would be an hour to Philly, an hour to DC. It's not a big deal. You can play shows elsewhere. Here, it's just here. It exists here. Other than the dichotomy, I really don't know how I feel about it. Yeah. I feel excited. I like this city. I love this city. I love the people in it so immensely. And I feel like it's always brimming with potential. And I just hope that someday that potential becomes realized. I think it can, but it's just always on that brink. It's always riding that fence because it's comfortable. Something needs to happen to make people uncomfortable.